Hello. Today is day 2 of reading every day for 100 days. I didn't really establish that last time, but I think we're gonna do it. See how far we can go. Yesterday, I was reading Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, and it's a very good book. But I think before I work on comprehending, I need to work on pronunciation and understanding, and I think that comes first. So, today we're doing, and from now on till I finish it, which should be soonish, Old Man in the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. So yeah, I'm gonna probably read around 30 minutes. Let's do it. He was an old man who fished alone in a skiff in the Gulf Stream, and he had gone 84 days now without taking a fish. In the first 40 days, a boy had been with him. But after 40 days without a fish, the boy's parents had told him that the old man was now definitely and finally Salau, which was the worst form of unlucky. And the boy had gone at their orders, and in another boat, which caught 3 good fish in the first week. Fuck. It made the boy sad to see the old man come in each day with his skiff empty, and he always went down to help him carry either the cold lines or the gaff and harpoon in the sail that was furled around the mast for lead. The sail was patched with flour sacks in it, furled, and for lead looked like a bad for lead. It looked like the flag of a peppermint defeat. The old man was thin and gaunt, with deep wrinkles in the back of his neck. The brown blotches of the benevolent skin cancer the sun brings from its reflection on the tropic sea were on his cheeks. The blotches ran well down the sides of his face, and his hands had the deep creased scars from handling heavy fish on the cords. But none of these scars were fresh. They were old as erosions in a fishless desert. Everything about him was old except his eyes, and they were the same color as the sea, and were cheerful and undefeated. "Santiago," the boy said to him as they climbed up the bank from where the skiff was hauled up, "I could go with you again. We've made some money." The old man had taught the boy to fish, and the boy loved him. "No," said the old man. "You're with the lucky boat. Stay with them." "But remember how you went 87 days without a fish, and then we caught big ones every day for 3 weeks?" "I remember," the old man said. "I know you did not leave me because you doubted. It was Papa that made me leave. I am a boy, and I must obey him." "I know," the old man said. "It is quite normal. He hasn't had much faith." "No," the old man said. "But we have. Haven't we?" "Yes," the boy said. "Can I offer you a beer on the terrace? And then we'll take the stuff home." "Why not?" the old man said. "Between fishermen." They sat on the terrace, and many of the fishermen made fun of the old man, and he was not angry. Others of the old fishermen looked at him and were sad, but they did not show it, and they spoke politely about the current and the depths they had drifted their lines at, and the steady good weather, and of what they had seen. The successful fishermen of that day were already in and had butchered their marlin out and carried them laid full length across 2 planks, with 2 men staggering at the end of each plank to the fish house, where they waited for the ice truck to carry them to the market in Havana. Those who had caught the sharks had taken them to the shark factory on the other side of the cove, where they were hoisted on a block and tackle, their livers removed, their fins cut off, their hides skinned out, and their flesh cut into strips for salting. When the wind in the east when the wind was in the east, a smell came across the harbor from the shark factory. But today there was only the faint edge of odor because the wind had backed to the north and dropped off. It was pleasant and sunny on the terrace. Santiago, the boy said. Yes, said the old man. He was holding his glass, thinking many years ago. Can I go and get sardines for you tomorrow? No, go play baseball. I can still row and Rogilo will throw the net. I can still row and Rogilo will throw the net. I would like to go. If I cannot fish with you, I would like to serve in some other way. You bought me a beer, the old man said. You are already a man. How old was I when you first took me in the boat? 5. And you were nearly killed when I brought the fish in too green, and you nearly tore the boat into pieces. Can you remember? I can remember. The tail slapping and banging, the thwart breaking, and the noise of clubbing. I can remember you throwing me into the bow, where the wet coral lines were, and feeling the whole boat shiver, and the noise of you clubbing him like chopping a tree down, and the sweet smell of blood all over me. Can you really remember that, or did I just tell it to you? I remember everything from when we first went together. The old man looked at him with his sunburned, confident, loving eyes. If you were my boy, I'd take you out to game, he said. But you are your father's and your mother's, and you're in a lucky boat. And may I get the sardines? I know where I can get 4 baits too. I have mine left from today. I put them in salt in the box. Let me get fresh ones. 1, the old man said. His hope and confidence had never gone, but now they were freshening as when the breeze rises. 2, the boy said. 2, the old man agreed. You don't steal them? I would, the boy said. I bought these. Thank you, the old man said. He was too simple to wonder when he had attained humility, but knew he had attained it, and knew it was not disgraceful, and it carried no loss of true pride. Tomorrow is going to be a good day with this current, he said. Where are you going? The boy asked. Far out to come in when the wind shifts. I want to be out before it's light. I'll try to get him to work far out, the boy said. Then if you hook something truly big, we could come to your aid. He does not like to work too far out. No, the boy said. But I will see something that he cannot see, such as a bird working, and to get him to come out after the dolphin. What? Are his eyes that bald? He is almost blind. It is strange, the old man said. He never went turtling. That's what it kills the eyes. But you went turtling for years off the mosquito coast, and your eyes are good. I am a strange old man. But you're strong enough now for a truly big fish? I think so, and there are many tricks. Let us take the stuff home, the boy said, so I can get the cast net and go after the sardines. They picked up the gear from the boat. The old man carried the mast on his shoulder, and the boy carried a wooden box he had coiled hand-braided brown lines. The gaff was harpooned with its shaft. I feel like I'm reading this wrong, bro. I'm pronouncing everything wrong. Like, enunciating. Bro. The box with the baits was under the stern of the skiff, along along with the club that was used to subdue the big fish when they were brought alongside. No one would steal from the old man, but it was better to take the sail and the heavy lines home, as the dew was bad for them. And, though he was quite sure no local people would steal from him, the old man thought that a gaff and harpoon were needless temptations to leave in a boat. They walked up the road together to the old man's shack and went in and through its open door. The old man leaned the mast with its wrapped sail against the wall, and the boy put the box and the other gear beside it. The mast was nearly as long as one room of the shack. The shack was made of tough bud shields of the royal palm, which were called guano. And in it there were a bed, a table, one chair, a plate, and a place in the dirt floor to cook with charcoal. One of the brown walls of the flattened, overlapping leaves of the sturdy fibered guano, there was a picture in color of the Sacred Heart of Jesus and another of the Virgin of Cobre. These were relics of his wife. Once there had been a tinted photograph of his wife on the wall, but he had taken it down because it made him too lonely to see it, and it was on the shelf in the corner under his clean shirt. "What do you have to eat?" the boy asked. "A pot of yellow rice with fish. Do you want some?" "No, I will eat at home." "Do you want me to make you a fire?" "No, I'll make it later on. Or may I eat the rice cold?" "May I take care of the cast nets?" "Of course." There was no cast net, and the boy remembered when he had sold it. But they still went through this fiction every day. There was no pot of yellow rice and fish, and even the boy knew this too. 85 is a lucky number, the old man said. How would you like to see me bring one dressed in over 1,000 pounds? I'll get the cast net and go for sardines. Will you sit in the sun in the doorway? Yes. I have yesterday's paper and we'll read the baseball. Damn, I can't pronounce. Yes, I have yesterday's paper and we'll read the baseball. The boy did not know whether yesterday's paper was from fiction too, but the old man brought it from out under the bed. Perico gave it to me at the bodega, he explained. I'll be back when I have the sardines. I'll keep yours and mine together on ice, and we can share them in the morning. When I come back, you tell me about the baseball. The Yankees cannot lose, but I fear the Indians of Cleveland. I have faith in the Yankees, my son. Think of the great DiMaggio. I fear both the Tigers of Detroit and the Indians of Cleveland. Be careful, or you will fear even the Reds of Cincinnati and the White Sox of Chicago. You study it, and you tell me when I come back. Do you think we should buy a terminal of the lottery with an 85? Tomorrow is the 85th day. We can do that, the boy said. But what about the 87th of your great record? It could not happen twice. Do you think I could find an 85? I can order one. One sheet, that's $2.50. Who can we borrow that from? That's easy. I could always borrow $2.50. I think perhaps I can too, but I try not to. First you borrow, then you beg. Keep warm, old man, the boy said. Remember, we are in September, the month where great fish come, and the old man said. The month where great fish come, the old man said. Anyone can be a fisherman in May. I go now for the sardines, the boy said. When the boy came back, the old man was asleep in the chair and the sun was down. The boy took the old army blanket off the bed and spread it over the back of the chair and the old man's shoulders. They were strange shoulders, still powerful although very old. And the neck was still strong too, and the creases did not show so much when the old man was asleep. His head had fallen forward. His shirt been patched so many times it was like the sail and the patches that were faded to so many different shades by the sun. The old man's head was very old though, and with his eyes closed, there was no life in his face. The newspaper lay across his knees, and the weight of his arm held it there. In the evening breeze, he was barefooted. The boy left him there, and when he came back, the old man was still asleep. "Wake up, old man," the boy said, and put his hand on one of the old man's knees. The old man opened his eyes for a moment. He was coming back from a long way away. Then he smiled. "What have you got?" he asked. "Supper," said the boy. "We're going to have supper." "I'm not very hungry." "Come on and eat. You can't fish and not eat." "I have," the old man said, getting up and taking the newspaper and folding it. Then he started to fold the blanket. "Keep the blanket around you," the boy said. "You will not fish without eating while I'm alive. Then live a long time and take care of yourself," the old man said. "What are we eating?" Black beans and rice, fried bananas, and some stew." The boy had brought them in a 2-decker meal container from the terrace. The 2 sets of knives and forks and spoons were in his pocket, with paper napkins around each set. "Who gave this to you?" "Martin, the owner." "I must thank him." "I thanked him already," the boy said. "You don't need to thank him." "I'll give him the belly meat of a big fish," the woman said. "He's done this for us more than once." "I think so." "I must give him something more than the belly meat, then. He's very thoughtful for us." He sent 2 beers. "I like the beers in cans best." "I know, but this is in bottles." "Hotly beer, and I take back the bottles." "That's very kind of you," the old man said. "Should we eat?" "I've been asking you to," the boy told him gently. "I have not wished to open the container until you were ready." "I'm ready now," the old man said. "I only needed time to wash." "Wash? Where did you wash?" The boy thought. "The village water supply was 2 streets down the road. I must have water here for him," the boy thought. "And soap, and a good towel. Why am I so thoughtless? I must get him another shirt and jacket before the winter, and some sort of shoes and another blanket." "Your stew is excellent," the old man said. "Tell me about the baseball," the boy asked him. In the American League, it is the Yankees, as I said," the old man said happily. "They lost today," the boy told him. "That means nothing." The great DiMaggio is himself again. They have other men on the team. Naturally, but he makes a difference. In the other league, between Brooklyn and Philadelphia, I must take Brooklyn. But then I think of Dick Sisler and those great dives in the old park. There was nothing ever like him. He hits the longest ball I've ever seen. Do you remember when he used to come to the terrace? I wanted to take him fishing, but I was too timid to ask him. Then I asked you to ask him, and you were too timid. I know. It was a great mistake. He might have gone with us. Then we would have that for all of our lives. I would like to take the great DiMaggio fishing, the old man said. They say his father was a fisherman. Maybe he was as poor as we are, and would understand. The great Sisler's father was never poor, and he, the father, was playing in the big leagues when my age. When I was your age, I was before the mast on a square-rigged ship that ran into Africa. When I was your age, I was before the mast on a square-rigged ship that ran to Africa, and I have seen lions on beaches in the evening. I know, you told me. Should we talk about Africa or baseball? Baseball, I think the boy said. Tell me about the great John J. McGraw. John J. McGraw. He said, Jota for J. Let me turn on this light, man. Hold on 1 second. He used to come to the terrace sometimes, too, in the older days. But he was rough and harsh-spoken and difficult when he was drinking. His mind was on horses as well as baseball. At least he carried a list of horses at all times in his pocket and frequently spoke about the names of horses on the telephone. He was a great manager, the boy said. My father thinks he was the greatest. Because he came here most of the times, the old man said. If Drought elected to come here each year, your father would think him the greatest manager. Who is the greatest manager, really? Luis or Mike Gonzalez? I think they're equal. And the best fisherman is you. No, I know others better. Que va, the boy said. There are many good fishermen and some great ones, but there is only you. There is only you. Thank you. You made me happy. I hope no fish will come along so great that it will prove us wrong. There is no such fish. If you are still as strong as you say. I may not be as strong as I think, the old man said, but I know many tricks and I have resolution. You ought to go to bed now, so that you will be fresh in the morning. I will take things back to the terrace. Good night, then. I'll wake you in the morning. You're my alarm clock, the boy said. Age is my alarm clock, the old man said. Why do old men wake up so early? Is it to have a longer day? I don't know, the boy said. All I know is young boys sleeping late and hard. I can remember, the old man said. I'll waken you in your time. I do not like for him to waken me up. I do not like for him to waken me. It is as though I were inferior. I know. Sleep well, old man. The boy went out. They had eaten with no light on a table, and the man took off his trousers and went to bed in the dark. He rolled up his trousers to make a pillow, putting a newspaper inside them. He rolled himself in the blanket and slept on the other old newspapers that covered the springs of the bed. He was asleep in short time and dreamed of Africa when he was a boy, and the long golden beaches, and the white beaches, so white they hurt your eyes, and the high capes, and the great brown mountains. He lived along the coast now every night. In his dreams he had heard the surf roar and the native boats come riding through it. He smelled the tar and oakum on the deck as he slept, and he smelled the smell of Africa that the land breeze brought in the morning. Usually, when he smelled the land breeze, he woke up and dressed to go and wake the boy. But tonight, the smell of land breeze came very early, and he knew it was too early in his dream, and he went on dreaming to see the white peaks of the islands rising from the sea. And then he dreamed of the different harbors and roadsteads of the Canary Islands. He no longer dreamed of storms, nor women, nor of great occurrences, nor of great fish, nor fights, nor contests of strength, nor of his wife. He only dreamed of places like now and of the lions on the beach. They played like young cats in the dusk, and they loved them as he loved the boy, and he loved them as he loved the boy. He never dreamed about the boy. He simply woke up, looked at the open door in the morning, unrolled his trousers, put them on, urinated outside the shack, and went up the road to wake the boy. He was shivering with the morning cold, but he knew he would shiver himself warm, and soon he would be rolling. The door of the house where the boy lived was unlocked, and he opened it and walked in as quietly with bare feet. The boy was asleep in a cot in the first room, and the old man could see him clearly with the light that came from the dying moon. He took hold of the one foot gently and held it till the boy woke up and turned and looked at him. The old man nodded, and the boy took his trousers from the chair by the bed. Sitting on the bed, he pulled them on. The old man went out the door, and the boy came after him. He was sleepy. The old man put his arm across his shoulders and said, "I'm sorry." "Que va," the boy said. "It is what a man must do." He walked down the road to the old man's shack and came all along the road. In the dark, Barefoot men were moving, carrying the masts of their boats. When they reached the old man's shack, the boy took off the rolls of line in the basket and the harpoon and the gaff, and the old man carried the mast with its furled sail on the shoulder. "You want coffee?" the boy asked. We'll put the gear on the boat and then get some." They had coffee from condensed milk cans at an early morning place that served fishermen. "How did you sleep, old man?" the boy asked. He was waking up now, although it was still hard for him to leave his sleep. "Very well, Manolin," the old man said. "I feel confident today." "So do I," the boy said. "Now I must get your sardines and mine." "So do I," the boy said. "Now I must get your sardines and mine, and your fresh baits. He brings our gear himself. He never wants anyone to carry anything." "We're different," the old man said. "Mom, He never wants anyone to carry anything. We're different," the old man said. "I'll let you carry things when you're 5 years old." "I know it," the boy said. "I'll be right back. Have another coffee. We have credit here." He walked off barefooted on the coral rocks to the ice house where the baits were stored. The old man drank his coffee slowly. It was all he would have for all day. He knew he shouldn't take it. For a long time now, eating had bored him, and he had never carried a lunch. He had a bottle of water in the bow of the skiff, and that was all he needed for the day. The boy was back now with the sardines and the two baits wrapped in the newspaper, and they went down to the trail to the skiff, feeling the pebbled sand under their feet, and lifted the skiff and slid into the water. So that's reading for 26 minutes. Pretty good so far. Pick this back up tomorrow. Bye-bye.